Hello, beautiful person watching this. I'm so happy that you're here. Welcome back to another Slay the Spire Ascension 20 Ironclad run. Got a bit of a weird one today. I recently uploaded a video, a highlight, only a few minutes long, something along the lines of the weirdest end to a Slay the Spire run. And it displayed that I was receiving a bug where I would kill the Ascension 20 Act 3 boss and not receive a second boss. While I thought this was a weird one-off bug, it actually ends up being the case that it was happening every time for me now, as the Ironclad in particular. And so it seems like there's something wrong with the save file, it seems. Something like that. And so probably there was some way to fix this, but I was okay with just recreating the save file at this point. A very exciting proposition to have a whole new save file with fresh run history and see how it looks over some time here. So in the beginning here, I go into my very first run after doing the whole modifying the save file to be Ascension 20, of course. I'm not winning 80 runs to get my file back, of course. I'm an Ascension 20 player. So I did the thing, but this is my first time actually playing on it, and it seems that the tutorials are still happening here, so I had to abandon a run to get my whale bonus, as I had no whale bonus. I thought it was my first run. And now we get a whale bonus, and we're going to be playing as normal, aside from some tutorials popping up. So a nice looking for elite path here. I could take the elite if I feel strong enough, or I could just go the other way instead. And I take the lose max health for Carlos card, of course. Powers, it turns out, are needing their own tip. Did not know that. And Hand of Greed, of course, an excellent start. I'll be taking that. I was checking if there was any way to turn off tutorials, but surely it'll just stop after we've seen everything the first time at least once. And so yeah, this is truly the first run where I opened my save file here, of course. And it's cool that I got a win right off the bat. I was very interested in getting a quick win here. Floor 1, we got a spot weakness here. Doesn't scale very well with the Hand of Greed that we took, but it's still going to be good later, of course, giving us some strength. Got Cleric to remove a card. Strike goes. And Hand of Greed, of course, being basically Carnage, dealing 20 damage, but also giving you some gold is a very powerful effect. Got the double Hand of Greed there, very nice. And got a potion for the first time, very exciting. Hemokinesis is also there, an excellent attack. And so we're very, very strong here in this early part of the game. Hand of Greed and Hemokinesis are huge. And we can yet again double the Hand of Greed here. We have 3 more health to spare, where we're essentially taking no damage. Got there again. And Pommel Strike is here versus Fiendfire. Fiendfire is a bit early. Our cards are already very girthy. We can't play it alongside something like Hand of Greed. So take a Pommel Strike instead. We can't really support the Fiendfire yet at this point. It's just not happening. So rather just have the good 1-cost attack. And I go left here to the question mark instead and get punished. There's a shop here. We already have a shop coming up. So I just full on skip. I want to make sure I have enough gold for a shop relic in the next shop, or a common relic. Found a vulnerable pot, so I could use that for Hand of Greed. And next turn spot weakness is coming, which is good. Winning all the attacks, it seems. I want to try to kill it next turn. And there's Hand of Greed. I can just strike Hand of Greed, don't even have to take the 2 from Hemo. Very nice. And we found a Thread and Needle, our very first relic, giving us 4 plated armor at the start of each combat. And we found a Power Through as well. Not quite amazing yet, but hopefully find some second wind eventually or something, or some synergy with the status cards. And a pretty good looking shop here. We have Feel No Pain versus Offering, and a Carnage on sale. And Carnage is plenty of damage as well. So we may have enough damage already, but I want a bit more, especially now taking this Offering. We can draw a bunch of cards with the Offering, get a bunch of energy, and it's huge attacks to kill everything. So take Offering and Carnage after all. I wish the Feel No Pain was on sale though, that's for sure. And we found a blue candle. giving us the ability to play curses for 0 energy, which will exhaust them and will take 1 damage. And I made sure to deal 20 to the one on the right there, or the left one would have worked as well, to get it just in range of the Hand of Greed, which I know I'd be drawing soon. We may Offering, and it did draw enough damage to kill one. Bash first doesn't matter, it has an artifact charge. We'll block here, and hope to draw some lethal soon. Oof. That's a bad hand. There we go. That's exact lethal. Very nice. And Ink Bottle is here. Every 10th card we play will draw us a card. Twin Strike was a consideration here. I have some strength scaling. Other than that, nope. The game is reminding me that I am skipping. Whoops. Mistake? Get it close to splitting here. Could have played Strike before Spot Weakness to get it lower. I didn't consider that. I just didn't realize I was doing so much damage I'd be splitting with just those 2 cards already. Kinda wild. And would have loved to double the Hand of Greed here, but take a little bit too much damage probably. Can definitely Hand of Greed this one though. And we would have gotten out here if it was hitting us again, but it is not, so play as many cards as we can for Ink Bottle. And then Hand of Greed. And Headbutt looks great. Putting Hand of Greed or Spot Weakness or whatever we want back on top of our deck is really strong. Happy about that. Probably gonna upgrade an Offering here. Carnage upgrade is also good. Spot Weakness upgrade is also good. And we are going into a Guardian here, which generally demands you have some good block solution. It's like a sustained block solution. And we only have this Power Through, which, while it is strong, will add wounds to our deck, which will slowly deal more damage to us than the effect of the blocks for, as we'll have too many awkward draws. And so, hoping to kill Guardian very fast here. It's very nice to have this Spot Weakness. And hope to draw Offering here. Got there. So the bash on the previous turn paying off huge here. I play Carnage before Offering. I want to reshuffle with Carnage in my next draw pile. There was some chance that I drew it there, but that was unlikely. And was hoping to find Power Through here. I Pommel Strike digging for it, but it is bottom card unfortunately, so gonna take the damage unfortunately. And I just play Carnage to make sure I can get out next turn yet again. Got there. And we find Toxic Egg. It's very exciting. Upgrading all future skills we add to our deck. And there's also Unceasing Top, which whenever our hand is empty on our turn, we will draw a card. Very tough to make work, generally speaking. And thinking about what to take here, Seeing Red is going to be great later, and it might even help us on our big Offering turn, play a bunch of 2-cost attacks. And yeah, we're hoping to find Dark Embrace for our Seeing Red, of course. When you have all these really good skills that read Exhaust on them, then Dark Embrace is even better than normal. So here, interestingly, I didn't want to headbutt a card that was in my draw pile there, discard pile rather. However, I was always going to draw it with Ink Bottle, so I actually missed 4 damage there. And the Plated Armor, of course, with Thread Needle is going to be huge in this fight, blocking for us for quite a bit. Four damage short of splitting, unfortunately. So sadly, Ink Bottle yet again being a bit of a bummer here when the headbutt. It's twice now. Doing too much damage with a strike, so I just Hand of Greed. Of course, the block goes off, so I can't do any more damage. And now I'm feeling a bit on a clock here. This next draw pile is looking awkward. We're starting to draw wounds. So I'm going to play this bash to make sure I can kill it in 2 turns. Now I can actually get back Hand of Greed, and then hope that I draw 1 attack plus the Hand of Greed. Wow, it's actually very close. Very cool though, got out and even got to Hand of Greed the boss and keep Ink Bottle on 9. And 3 good rewards here. Immolate is excellent in Act 2, killing Gremlin Leader and Slavers. Fiendfire is pretty good. We even have the Unseizing top now to, when you empty our hand with the Fiendfire, we'll then start drawing more cards. And we also have Offering, so the Fiendfire is much better than it was earlier. And Corruption's here, of course. We're not really doing that yet, but over time, Corruption just gets more and more insane, of course. But I think I take the Fiendfire here. It just seems like some nice damage. Good with our Offering and our energy gain and whatnot. And I consider clicking Fusion Hammer. We have Toxic Egg, so a lot of the cards we want to add are going to be upgraded already. And nothing too pressing to upgrade in my deck currently. But it's just worse than Runic Dome, unfortunately, I think. And that's kind of a bummer because I don't like clicking Runic Dome. But here we are. I will do my best to explain what the enemies are or could be doing. There's a 5 elite path, by the way, down the middle there, but seems I'm interested in that. I want to go to this shop and not die. So Power Through draws me a card, then I can Fiendfire. Very neat. Can even Spot Weakness. So take 2 here. Hits for 21 on turn 1. Now it's going to be hitting for 7 times 4. Take 5, I think. Is that right? No. It hit for the big hit again. I guess that's 12 damage then. It can do the multi-hit as well. And Shrug Plus looks excellent. This is the sort of fight where it's a bummer to have the Dome. They could all be buffing, they could all be hitting for 1x6, we don't really know. Middle one was buffing, right one was hitting. Now the middle one should always be hitting, so if I drop Spot Weakness, I play it on that one. And then hopefully I can kill one with Hand of Greed here and then Fiendfire the other one. That'd be good. And so yeah, Seeing Red, Fiendfire just splits the bird. And then try to Hand of Greed again. Now it's going to be going back in the air again. I want to actually hit it with something, just in case. And also, Ink Bottle stuff. Should have played more cards. All good though. I got there. Up to 7, not bad. Shockwave Plus is here as well. It looks really, really good. Happy to find these cards. Sadly, we found Apotheosis here, so we would have loved to have this Fusion Hammer now instead. But that's okay. Bag of Prep is also here, and that's possibly better. Bag of Prep is absolutely insane, drawing you 2 extra cards on turn 1. There's also this Prismatic Shard. I sadly can't afford Bag of Prep and Prismatic Shard. There is also a Rage here, which I heavily considered. And it ends up being the case that it would have been really, really good later. But right now it's only okay. But yeah, it's just some block, and we're attacking a lot, so it would have been some decent block. And it's also like you just play it, and then you would play the attacks you could normally play. So an excellent card with the Runic Dome, where you kind of just block for as much as you can realistically without committing too much, because you don't actually know if you're always taking damage. When you could be. And I can actually kill Sphere Guardian on turn 1 here with a cool Hand of Greed Headbutt situation. So I do that. And now this guy's hitting for 10, but I just get out. Burning Pact Plus is here. Looks really good. Happy about that. And could become cursed here, but I decided to take the damage. I'm feeling pretty confident. I do have the rest now, though. Because I'm going into a Burning Elite. Could have been Slayers. It is the Gremlin leader after all. So Hand of Greed. Headbutt on Gremlin leader because it's going to overkill the other guy. Then Offering, play Hand of Greed again. And I check for it's attacking, but it's not. So it missed some damage, but wanted to gain strength if it was hitting me, of course. Shockwave huge, seeing red, Carnage, strike. And so this is where it gets a bit tricky. Killing these minions again is going to be tough. And it could be hitting us right now for... It's weakened, so not the full amount. But it would be 14 times 3, I believe. And then weakened to 10 times 3, possible. So I wouldn't die this turn, but I'll take a lot of damage. But I decided to just go for it. And now it's definitely hitting us, and we have to kill it this turn. But I knew that I had good cards in my deck. So we got there. Have to break Ink Bottle for it, but that's fine. Very happy to get through that comfortably. And we find a Potion Belt. 2 extra potion slots, of course. And we already have a Shockwave Plus, so interested in taking this Dropkick, perhaps. I almost skipped, but having a look, Dropkick, of course, unlocks the potential to go infinite. And I think I check and see that we are fighting the Champ, and the Champ sort of demands some different axis of deck building, where you have to be able to kill it from half health over 2 turns, or you might die. And we're not blocking yet, that's for sure, so... Gonna try to go infinite before fighting the Champ here. And we did find a Vajra as well, giving us 1 strength innate. Pretty good relic. So we could find Dual Wield. We already have Burning Pact and Fiendfire to help us kind of thin our deck down. Go infinite. And Sekko should be hitting for 18 here, so we can block with the plated armor there. And once we're vulnerable to hits for 27 instead, which is brutal. I can kill it. Play Shrug for Ink Bottle. Very good. Bloodletting Plus seems quite good. So now we're adding these burning packs and whatnot to our deck. We would love the energy gain to just keep going. Definitely really strong. And this could either be hitting for 8 times 3 or debuffing us. Unlucky. Yet again. There's the debuff. Now we can hopefully Hand Greed. Should play more cards. The Shockwave, Hand Greed. Yep. Good. Another Burning Pack. That's insane. So these card awards have been very strong. Very happy with our Toxic Egg getting these really good skills. And sadly, no offering on our turn 1 here, so we can't do the thing. And I knew I could get weakened, so the Hand of Greed would only deal 18 on the way back if I did, so I had to headbutt it as well. So overkilling it a bit here, sadly, because we didn't get weakened, but had to take that. Because we have the Runic Dome, I had no way to know if it was weakening us or not, the Blue Slaver. That weak pot, just why not? Should have done that last turn, by the way. Mistake. Oof, that's a bad hit. Past me was not happy about that either. Offering Bash Fiendfire just kills, which I might be interested in. Made it through Slavers, a bit of a tough fight, but that's okay. Got a Gremlin Horn, which will draw us a card and give us 1 energy whenever an enemy dies. And I take the second Dropkick over a Disarm Plus, which looks completely insane until you realize that that's exactly what we took the first Dropkick for. Now we are infinite with this double Dropkick. Very cool. And so, yeah, normally I almost snap pick the Disarm Plus, of course. My god, it's a good card, but we are interested in going infinite. We have 2 Burning Packs already and a Fiendfire. Same exact line as before, by the way. Wow, that's crazy. But yeah, so now we will exhaust all of our cards down to just a few. Play Dropkick, and we win. And very interested in Dark Embrace, of course. Very interested in Feel No Pain, Corruption to help exhaust our cards. Something like a True Grit would be cool. Trying to Hand of Greed again. just get out, it seems. And so I think I went off the path that I originally marked, as I was a bit low and I wanted to make sure I live. Just now that we're infinite, just go to the champ. It's fine. And Corruption's here from this hallway fight. Very, very fortunate for us there. And so that'll make going infinite a lot easier in the fights where you don't need multiple turns. Just play the Corruption, and then instead of having to individually exhaust each of our skills with Burning Pact, we can just play them, and they're gone forever. Shockwave applies the vulnerable for us. That should be plenty for the whole fight. I get rid of Burning Pact because it's going to add Wounds to our deck, which can make it complicated. I'd like to play one card, which will draw me a card with Ink Bottle, and then play a card that draws cards. Corruption now, I'm thinking, is a bit, like, I would like to save the Burning Pact, or play the Burning Pact before Corruption so I can play it again, but probably not even necessary. I'm just probably going to play Corruption here. Play Burning Pact on something. Teamfire. Don't need any of those cards. And look at Unseizing Top go. It's like having Dark Embrace. Forehead. Yep, already infinite. Turn 2? Is this turn 2? So, very cool. And so, to have the infinite discussion again, this looks very powerful, but what do you do about Time Eater? What do you do about the heart? The beat of death that will kill you, right? And also you can only do 200 damage a turn. So you have to have 4 turns where you can do this. And of course we are out of block, basically. We only have the 11 from Shrug here, and that's it. And so we're gonna have to find some creative solutions to not die. It will probably involve not playing Corruption, which makes it a lot harder to actually get to the point where you are infinite. So we're gonna need a lot more strength here soon. And I found a second Offering Plus, that's really good, and a Pyramid, that's really, really good. Very happy about those rewards. So our first run of our new save file looking very powerful here. Very exciting. But yes, I am fully aware of the situation that I'm in. I need to find some way to win still. We are close, but we are still dying to the heart and Time Eater, probably. Time Eater is probably fine with the spot weakness. We can just like play normally and spot weakness a bunch of times with Headbutt and whatnot. So I'm probably already killing Time Eater at this point, but the heart is definitely doing it to us. And this one Bloodletting is going to be absolutely massive. It's crazy how good it is. Keep your eye on that Bloodletting. Exploder always attacks you. So you can, unless it's doing the explosion thing, of course. Turn 1 and 2, it'll hit you. Then turn 3, it will blow up. And Spikers are a bit of an ouch. We are certainly not doing damage in any way other than blocking, and we don't have Feel No Pain, or other than attacking, and we don't have Feel No Pain to block. So that's a shame. Shouldn't have played the defend, perhaps. That's okay. There's power through, now I can actually block. There's Hand of Greed again. See, our whole deck is in our hand. I was like, wow, you top decked Hand of Greed, right? But that was our entire deck in our hand. So it got to Hand of Greed multiple times there, it's very exciting. Going to the second shop here, just try to get a little bit more gold beforehand. Corruption should be fine here. Got to make sure to deal kind of split damage here. Got lucky there with the strength yet again. Any of them could have been just buffing. Really good fight. Hand of Greed only works on the last Darkling, since they're not actually dead. They go into regeneration if you don't kill all 3. So we got max gold there as well, and ink bottles on 9. Pretty well played. And go to a shop. Very sad shop here. Bottle Flame unpickable. Mango is way too expensive, although the max health would be nice. Brimstone's unpickable. True Grit Plus is here. I'll take that. Purity is here. I probably considered that, but without Dark Embrace, it's very, very ugly, unfortunately. Why take it when you have other good cards? Like, it was maybe correct to take Purity Plus. It's definitely like fine, and it could be helpful going into it, I guess. But obviously, we've already established we can go into it really fast if we want to. So I skip with so much money left, and I go left. There could be another shop at a question mark, and looking for like Mind Bloom and whatnot. So we get this fight. Unusually powerful fight, of course. Got to make sure we're locked in for this one. The energy save from Corruption is really what does it, I think. It is very important to actually get cards out of our hand. Right now, at least. No Reaper or anything, so we are taking actual damage here. And so in some fights, if the fight is weak enough, you can choose to not play Offering or Bloodletting and whatnot, to avoid taking the self-damage, if possible. But this fight demands respect, so we have to play all of our cards. Get out. Managed to go Infinite on turn 1. And Hand of Greed both enemies. Pretty good fight. Has to be said. And we found Incense Burner, and that's absolutely massive. Giving us 1 intangible every 6 turns that we play. And so we'll try to put that on the right number, going into the heart, which will help a lot against the heart. Taking that 67 on turn 2 is absolutely brutal, especially when you're frailed by the heart, of course. An ugly turn 1 here. An ugly turn 2 here as well. Offering into Corruption, that should help a lot. And I'm now thinking about Incense Burner, of course, so I might intentionally pass to try to put it on the right number. I'm like, oh man, all my cards deal damage to me. That's a shame. So right now I'm taking 12 plus 18 because it's weakened. I would only be doing 25. So I'm actually blocking for no reason here. I mean, I'm going infinite, which is fine, but I want to pass here to make sure I gain as much block as I can, or as many Incense Burner stacks as I can. So I do pass. And I can exactly block for 30, which is actually crazy with the plated armor. Which is very nice. And now I get out because I'm going to take too much damage. Trash here, Armaments Plus is here, but we have so many upgraded cards already. Really no need for that. It's in the way. So no need to go crazy against Giant Head here. Giant Head is just free food for us, and we put the burner on 4 in case it's Reptomancer, of course, but that's fine. And so here we can just chill. I don't think I'm going to play any card that does damage to me here. I can go infinite the old-fashioned way. Maybe Bloodletting. So play the drop kicks, and then Fiendfire everything, probably. Now it's hitting us for a lot. Burning Pact is back. Because we played it before Corruption, which was very wise. And we've done it. So without playing either copy of Offering or Bloodletting, we are fully infinite here. So it goes to show that if the enemy gives us a few turns to set up, we can comfortably do it anyway, without playing the good-looking cards there. And that saved us 15 health. It's a lot of health. But now I'm thinking, can I pass again for the burner yet again? And I can. I just kill it though. Should have passed. Indeed. Or more burner. Could I kill it next turn? That's okay though. The important numbers, of course, are going into an elite. If it could be Repto, you put it on 4. And then going into Act 4 elite, you want it on 4. And going into the heart, you want it on 4. Really, 4 is a very special number in this game, it seems. Turn 2 is brutal. Which is why Horn Cleat is so strong. Horn Cleat might be better than Anchor, to be honest, even though it's turn 1. They're both very, very close and really good. So hoping to get out here. I could have just Fiendfire to get out here. I should, because I could keep Burner on 5. Now it's back to 1, which is not great. So now I can pass again. Put it on 1 at least. Not playing this fight great or anything. That's okay though. I was trying to find Hand of Greed, of course, for the next act. Disgusting bad cards. Move on. Nothing great to upgrade, unfortunately. Might just rest. Yep. We are doing a lot of damage to ourselves with our cards, so keeping as much health as possible is great. Never found a feed or anything like that. The Maw never hits you on turn 1, does the debuff thing. Then it hits for a little bit. Maw scales very hard. Definitely just rip the Corruption here. Being a bit too cautious, perhaps. Ouch. Yeah, I'm still trying to avoid playing Offering. Could have just exhausted the Offering there, actually. Didn't even play Corruption. I should have just played Corruption and gone crazy there. And gotten out with Burner on 4. It would have been fine. Back again. And now we're infinite. Burner on 5 is okay. At least we block turn 1. But if it's Repto coming up, then this was a mistake, of course, to not just go infinite last turn. More trash. So the card awards have really fallen off this act. We haven't found much. And that's very concerning, because we're going into the heart here very soon. Is Repto, so punished for not putting Burner on the right number. But hopefully it won't matter. Probably play Offering this time. Pretty close to full health now. Oh, and we also have Burner burner proccing this turn, which actually helps us play offerings and everything to only take 1 damage from them. It is all damage, not just attack damage, that it gets reduced to 1. So we can comfortably play our self-damage cards. Playing all the cards I can before corruption. Get rid of power through because I don't want the wounds in my hand. Power through extra bad when you have a pyramid. Can't get rid of the wounds. Can't discard the wounds. We're basically pseudo infinite here, even without playing corruption, which is kind of wild. And that's very good news for the heart, of course, because we want to be able to keep doing this for multiple turns. If we play all of our skills against the heart just to go infinite, then turn 1's going to look real good, but then turns 2, 3, and 4 are going to be not even probably happening because we're going to be dead. Good turn 1. Repto should be dead this turn. Got rid of the hand of greed. I'm considering any way to pass. Probably not. But I am charging ink bottle. I could take 3 to play more cards with bloodletting, but that's not worth it, I don't think. And more trash. Feed is here, but it's so late now. It's only going to give us a few health, and that's not very good. So sadly, another skip here, and this is looking rather doomer here. I think we are very strong, but again, how do we kill the heart, right? And so we have 700 gold going to the Act 4 shop. We're going to really want some help there, of course. And Time Meter is a bit spooky still. I don't love any upgrade there, so I red key just in case we find either something else better to upgrade or we need to rest for the Act 3 boss. It's Giant Head again. That's a very good roll for us. I do play Offering anyway, though. We're very close to full health, so that's okay this time. I can dig it. Headbutt will get back any card. Whatever card's in there. Dropkick. Just rip the corruption this time. I think I realized I was being too cautious about the corruption. It's a nice thought, you know, don't play it if you don't need to, just in case you exhaust your whole deck and it's bad, but in this case, we know we have the Dropkick Infinite and we know that we have enough vulnerable for it, so there's really no reason not to. And now I'm considering putting it on the right number again. We'd love to have it on 4, perhaps even 5. Probably 4 though. It can just pass, don't have to play Offering. And put her on the right number and kill it this turn. Shout out to Spot Weakness for making the Infinite faster. Get to Hand of Greed. Good fight. Magic Flower is great, and Dark Embrace. Wow, what a card. Yeah, so we would like to find some sustain, which heals us in combat, but even just the Burning Blood, you know, that little bit of offset is nice, especially at the end of this Act 3 here, I guess. Actually, it's really not even that good. But we may find some sustain later, spoilers, that helps it be a lot better. And yeah, of course, we found Dark Embrace. That's huge. I consider looking Madness here. There is some world I was thinking about, like, if we can discount Shrug, then I can go Dropkick Shrug repeatedly. And that may have been a real consideration, but it's unlikely because we have Runic Pyramid and like the only way to really reliably hit it is to have so few cards in our hand that only Shrug is there, and which would probably involve playing Corruption, which means that we can't do the infinite thing with Madness because it's gone when we play it. So a little bit too sus for me. I'd dodge it, but it certainly could have been the case that taking Madness there was actually right this time. I'm just not a Madness believer, mostly. A skill pot against Time Eater here. I'm scared. Another Bloodletting seems okay. And I think it hits for 8 times 3, so if it's doing multi-hit, so I pass and do exactly full block. Now we are intangible, which is very convenient. Pretty scared of playing Corruption here. I want to play Spot Weakness a lot. But this is tough. We can't just dump our whole deck and go infinite because Time Eater stops you, of course. Getting rid of Corruption, kind of crazy. I'd love to draw this Dark Embrace before playing Fiendfire, but that involves playing like 3 cards to get there. Letting Offering, Dark Embrace, Fiendfire. Spot Weakness. It is hitting us. So start blocking instead. And my god, these Shrug It Off Plus are really, really good, actually. It's actually all of our block, really. Kinda crazy. And now it's splitting, so I could just like pass right now. I try to go for it here. And unfortunately, Spot Weakness is not working, even if we find it, because it's not hitting us because it's splitting. So it's definitely not happening, but now that I've played cards, I want to go all the way back around again and proc the Time Warp. So we have 12 cards available to play. And of course we can craft our final deck here. Only good cards remaining. So Bash is still here, which will help us do the dropkick thing. I make a huge mistake here, by the way. If I recall. And so if I play the Spot Weakness, then I could get in the way of the dropkick thing if I don't have both of them in my hand at once. So I should have played Bloodletting, but I accidentally passed. That was not a decision. Like, usually I like to click end turn, like, for fun when it's already time warping, but I just did that thinking that was my 12th card, but it was actually not. So I almost straight up just died a Time Eater here because of my foolishness, but go down to 3 health. So absolutely disgusting gameplay there. And we had Burner on the right number and everything. It was on 4, like, oh, it's just disgusting. So, Woke Bird, luckily, is pretty good for us. Definitely happy to see us over Donu Deka, I think, as the artifacts can be a bit tough to get through for Donu Deka. But this guy can just go infinite, hopefully on turn 1 here. And we do have the Burner now, which actually is helpful here because we can play Offerings. So that turning into a bit of a blessing, actually. Try to find Spot Weakness before playing that dropkick, but might just have to rip it. That's okay. And Pommel Strike, that's good. There's Corruption. You can just play Corruption and go ham. It's fine. I'm using my brain now. I'm like, okay, I can just play Corruption. It's fine. That's definitely what I'm thinking. I suppose right now I'm thinking, can I just play Corruption? And then I decide yes. I need Bash. I need Bash to kill it next phase. So can't get rid of that. Cannot play Fiendfire. It's unplayable. Because it was unplayable, could have considered getting rid of it instead of a different card, but it doesn't matter. All right, so yeah, we kill Woke Bird and then kill it again. And so yeah, our deck is kind of the same as it was going into. We have Pyramid in the second offering now, much better than Act 2, but we didn't find much else, right? And that's definitely a concern. And also Burner is now on 0 here going into Act 4 Elite, which is pretty spooky. So I passed there knowing I'm already full blocking because that gives me one more Burner. And I didn't want to waste that block by just killing it there. Then I kill it. Then I start doing the dropkick thing again. Now it Burner's on 2. And this won't take long. We can Fiend Fire towards the end. I can just play Power Through as well, but wasn't thinking about that. Oh, I was trying to keep Ink Bottle on 9. That's why I did it this way. So it's 126 with 6 cards. So I do the math. Ink Bottle's on 9. Burner as high as we can get it. Took no damage to Woke Bird. Very nice. So after almost throwing the run of the Time Eater there, by accidentally ending my turn, I make it through. And really hoping for some goodies at this shop. Upgrade spot weakness, sure. So Ornamental Fan is huge, allowing us to at least gain some block during the infinite. Toy Ornithopter is huge, as we have 4 potions and Magic Flower, which will increase the healing from it as well. And Finesse is here, and that's interesting. We did have a Speed Potion giving us 5 decks for only 1 turn, which could be huge. And so if we're doing the infinite thing, we can go Dropkick Finesse, and gain actual block there, which is good. And I even buy an Artifact Pot, which will help us not get vulnerable. And so the plan is simple. Kill the heart over 4 turns, and very diligently use our resources to do so. So Act 4 Elite should be a breeze, assuming we draw okay. Since we have Shockwave, Bag of Marbles. I don't think I have talked to my relics in a while, apologies. Bag of Marbles is what applied the vulnerable there, which reduced or removed an artifact charge. And that's very good. Drop kick. And so the plan here is to kill the spear and then pass. So Burner's on 4 and then kill the shield as well. So step 1 complete. Having difficulty clicking 0, it seems. So Cultist Pot is not great here, but it's going to give us 7 or 8 health, however that maths. Could have played Finesse before Corruption to do the thing. Also could have just gone Dropkick Finesse instead of playing the Dropkicks and charging Bottle more, but it's okay. It's on 7. Trash cards here. Eternal Feather also completely useless unless Act 5 comes out soon. So no help there. Here we go. So we really want to do 200 damage on turn 1 here, because that buys us a whole extra turn. And I think I played this fight very well overall, if I recall. And again, we don't want to play Corruption. That's how we lose. Found Dark Embrace, that's very nice. So playing the block card as much as we can to avoid taking damage from the Beat of Death. Drink the artifact pot, drink the cultist pot, gain 8 from each. Very nice. Consider drawing now, but don't need to yet. There's Shockwave. And that one Shockwave is going to give us enough vulnerable to kill it each turn. All 4 of these turns. Get back a Bloodletting. Play Offering. Should have got rid of Hand of Greed there. Carnage will go away on its own at the end of the turn. Play that just to draw a card. Burning Pact goes on. It can go on Bash, to be honest. I'm planning on killing this thing fast or dying in the process. So Bash is not happening here. Hand of Greed probably goes first, though. And so we need to find Bloodletting again. There it is. Bloodletting Headbutt. The Bloodletting, play Shrug, probably. Just play Shrug first. Found Burning Pact. Now I should definitely be getting back the Bloodletting. That's a mistake. Found it anyway. Never punished. So yeah, that's a big mistake. Should have definitely headbutted the Bloodletting. Right idea, wrong execution, of course. And now we're drawing enough that we should be able to find it. Burning Pact just to make sure I draw 2 cards here, which will always find it. And so we've done a cool, like, 30-40 damage to ourselves this fight so far, but doesn't matter. And just about infinite here. And of course, I was mentioning earlier, this is where Rage would be really good. Rage would completely solve this fight on its own. Just play Rage, dropkick, 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 and then gain infinite block. And Ornamental Fan doesn't quite cut it, as it gives 4 every 3 cards played, and that's 6 damage from the Beat of Death. Only 4 block, so you're losing 2 damage, or losing 2 health, essentially. So we managed to get there. We can get rid of a Burning Pact now, and we have a perfect deck here. We can also get rid of Bash now, but that's fine. And so turn 2 comes around. We are intangible. So only take 1 damage per Beat of Death, and also only maximum of 15 damage from the hearts, but probably or possibly only 1 damage. And Runic Pyramid allowing us to draw, keep all of our good cards in our hand so that we can get rid of these statuses comfortably. And again, need to make sure we do the full 200 damage here. I'm still scared of losing the Bash. It's definitely not happening. But it's respectable, I suppose, to, you know, if you don't have to get rid of it, then why get rid of it, right? There we go. Throwing in the finesses. I could have also played Spot Weakness more. That's okay. So there's the full 400 damage. It's not his Spot Weakness now, for good measure. Of course, I would have had to, you know, exhaust another card to go infinite still if I played the Spot Weakness. So now we're taking damage for real. It just did the big hit. So it should be hitting us for 2 times 15. But actually weakened to 1 times 15. Since we blocked the vulnerable, which is very good. So only have to block for 15 here. And I rip this speed pot because we go down to 200 health this turn, and then we kill it next turn on the turn where it's not hitting us at all. Yeah, I use the speed pot just to do the finesse thing. Flicking the cards to make sure I don't mess up at all. Smart. Overblocking a bit. Take 15 or 0, but block the full 15 and get out this turn. And even if we couldn't get out this turn, somehow we could get out next turn. So pretty pristinely played there. I definitely made a few mistakes that could have gotten me, you know, a bit punished there. But again, if I had whiffed on a full turn there, we still could have gotten there next turn. So if I'd somehow like whiffed on that bloodletting earlier, it actually wouldn't have mattered, it seems, but it could have, of course. But yeah, very interesting run. Got to go infinite there. Toxic Guy, of course, doing some very heavy lifting, giving us some very powerful upgrade skills. And I think I overall played pretty well. Very happy to win my first run of my new save file and hoping to win many, many more. If you're still here, how have you not subbed? Have you not liked the video? Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a beautiful day.